Hey guys, this is Did It Zero again, and I'm going to talk about the top 10 reasons why you should be watching out for Guild Wars 2. Number 10. Competitive PvP is not gear-based, but skill-based. Have you guys ever played an MMO where whoever had the best dungeon gear was also the best at PvP? They could do more damage, they could heal better, they could last longer, they could take more damage, all that kind of stuff. Was this fun? Maybe. Was it balanced? No. The devs at ArenaNet are taking that completely out of the equation. When you want to PvP in Guild Wars 2, you pull up the battle menu, pick your map, and when you get into the battle, you automatically have all your skills unlocked, max level, max stats, and full armor. This means that you no longer have to worry about gaining armor to do more damage, and everybody's on the equal playing field. This means that your skill in playing your class will determine if you are successful at the battleground or not. Next is number 9. No loot or experience stealing. Their philosophy is they want everyone to play together. They do not want you to see someone coming towards you and be like, oh, I hope he's not on this quest. Because, you know, this is an MMO. Next is number 8. No separate factions. This allows for players to experience more content since you don't have to make separate content for each faction. This doubles the amount of content that's available. Number 7. PvP and PvE will be balanced separately. This should be apparent to anyone that's ever played an MMO, and when they change a spell for PvE, a lot of times it will completely screw up the PvP balance, and vice versa. Guild Wars 2 is separating these two categories, so no matter what they do, you won't get frustrated because somebody else likes to play the game differently than you do. Next up's a big one. It's world versus world versus world. World versus world versus world is like world PvP on steroids, guys. It consists of 3 servers on one map, and it lasts for 2 weeks. It will have castle sieges, massive battles. You can raid caravans that are carrying supplies to castles, that kind of thing. When a server gets a certain amount of points, everyone on the PvE side of the server gets a bonus of some sort. At the end of the 2-week battle, the servers are scrambled and servers of similar power are matched together. Number 5. Personal story. Each race in Guild Wars 2 will have a personal story, and this personal story is even changed while you're choosing your character. The humans, for example, you can pick between being either a noble, a commoner, or a street rat, and depending on which you pick, your best friend will change and your story will change. Another example ArenaNet gives is later in the story you can either save a hospital or save an orphanage from a fire. Depending on which one you save, it'll still be in your home instance, you can still visit it, but the other one will be burned to the ground. And there'll be homeless people out on the streets, either orphanages or sick people. Number 4. Hybrid combat. Guild Wars 2 is an hotkey MMO, but it feels like an action MMO. You can swing your weapon if no one's around. You can shoot fireballs into thin air. There's an active dodging mechanic that will block all incoming damage while your animation is being carried out. For example, say if a ranger starts shooting a volley of arrows at you, you can actually dodge roll out of the way and take no damage. Number 3. Dynamic events. Dynamic events take the place of quests. They are chained. That means that depending on if you complete it or you fail it, the next part of the event will change. One of the examples that were given was a group of bandits attack a farm, and if no one's around to defend it, the bandits will burn down the farm, burn the hay, steal the food, and the farmer will have nothing to sell to merchants. If the farmer has nothing to sell to the merchants cannot sell you anything. The next part in the event, because it will continue, it might be you have to put out the fires, sow seed in the ground for the farmers, and then go find the bandits before they raid another farm. If you pass the event, instead of nothing, the merchant having nothing, they will actually have food to sell you and wine and, you know, stuff like that. Number 2. No Holy Trinity. That's right, guys. Tank, healer, DPS is out. Now they're going DPS, support, and control. There are no tanks and no healer classes. This means that an effective group will have to switch back and forth so multiple people can take damage so nobody dies. ArenaNet has even said that you can complete a dungeon with 5 of the same class, as long as everybody in that class chooses a role that will help the group survive. You can't have like 5 hammer warriors and survive, but you can have a warrior with a bow, a warrior with a hammer, a warrior with a great sword, and ArenaNet claims that will be a good group combination, because each of those weapons have different skills. And last but not least, Guild Wars 2 is going to be buy to play. It's not going to be pay to play, and it's not going to be free to play. That means you buy the box, and you can play it forever. ArenaNet has said that they are going to have a cash shop, but in the cash shop are only going to be cosmetic items, town clothes. Thank you guys for listening to my top 10 reasons why you should watch Guild Wars 2. Happy hunting!